Hi Alex, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Before we get started on the new chapter, do you want to go over the homework from chapter 1.3?
Of course, let's do it.
Excellent. So, if you recall, we made some paper planes last time, and you wanted to create an Air France paper plane. And then, if you remember, we created a new class called paper planes, and we had a maximum number of passengers and a few other fields. So, if you remember, there have been some unfortunate incidents with paper planes, and engineers realized that the maximum passengers is not sufficient. What we want is to add a maximum weight field. And then we want to create a new method as well that converts the weight to pounds as opposed to kilograms. So, how should we get started on that?
I think first we need to add a maximum weight field.
Precisely. How do we do that?
I think it's a double, so we write double
Mm-hmm.
weight, maximum weight,
Mm-hmm.
and then we add a comment for it to be a better programmer.
Yes. What should the comment be?
The maximum weight for the flights, for example.
Sure, but the information that we want to convey in the comment that's not conveyed in the field name, I think, is the fact that it's going to be in kilograms, right?
All right, yes.
Yes. Um, Maximum weight paper plane can handle in kilograms. Excellent. What else should we do?
Then we can, in the paper plane method, we can add the name of the weight there.
By method, do you mean the constructor?
Yes, the constructor.
Okay, excellent. So make sure that we always call it a constructor. And yes, we can add maximum weight in here. And we can always add it. Whoops. Maximum weight. Arguably, when you have maximum weight, we theoretically shouldn't need maximum passengers because then, we don't care about how many people, we just care about how many kilograms they are.
Mm-hmm.
But we can figure that out later. I'm seeing a problem. What's the problem? One related problem. Oh, right. So when we created your Air France paper plane, we gave it maximum passengers, but we didn't give it a maximum weight. What do you want your maximum weight to be?
1,000 kilograms.
1,000 kilograms. I love it. Excellent. And it will remember that IntelliJ will automatically convert this to a double, so it will be 1,000.0 when we. Okay, fantastic. All right, now it says the problem says to design a method that converts the weight to imperial pounds. How do we do that?
So we know that we have to multiply the number in the kilogram by 2.20462.
Yes, very good memory. Where should we do that? Where do we design methods for a class?
We can do it in the paper plane class.
Exactly, yes. Every method that is about a class should be inside the class as well. And it will always, and then the fields will be first. And so here we can have a method that converts it. So what's the first step of creating a method? Whew. Okay, so we're going to start with the purpose statement of this method, and that will be converts maximum weight from kilograms to pounds. All right. The next step we talked about was the signatures, so your input and output. But remember that Java kind of already does that, so we don't need to add it as a comment. But we can start with it. What do you think we should start with? What's the output of our method?
It's going to be a double number to pounds.
Exactly. A double, and then we can write it as maximum weight in pounds. What should it take in?
It should take in the weight in kilograms.
Right. But remember that we have access to all the fields of paper plane. So do we need to pass in any other parameter?
I think it's going to be this, that's weight, maximum weight.
Yeah, so we're going to be using this dot weight, so we don't need to pass in any other parameters, right? Because the method is inside this, so we can access this dot maximum weight easily. So we can leave this, yeah, so we can leave this parentheses empty, and then we're going to open a brace for our method body. So since it's expecting a double, what is it expecting? It's expecting a keyword. What's the keyword?
It's this dot maximum weight.
Yeah, so this dot maximum weight multiplied.
Return this dot maximum weight.
Return, yeah, exactly. So remember when we say, oh, I'm expecting this output, then Java expects a return statement. So it's going to be this dot maximum weight multiplied by, what was the number again?
2046.
2046. Like this?
Semicolon.
Perfect, exactly. Excellent. So that's easy enough, and you can always access that by saying, for example, paper plane maximum weight in is, and you can do maximum weight in pounds, just like this. And when we run it, it'll take a bit. But once we do, then we can see. So even though your maximum weight is 1,000 kilograms, it should be something more. It should be about 2,000. Well, we know exactly what it is. It's a fairly easy multiplication. But just to make sure that it's correct. This is not the way to test methods, just so you know. We'll talk about testing later. But it's a good way to just kind of see for the very beginning. And in the next section, we wanted to talk about a toString method. Okay, so perfect, yeah, 2204.6. That sounds right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'd say so, hopefully. Okay, excellent. So now the toString method. So first of all, where should it be? We said all methods should be in the class, right?
Right.
Okay. What's the first thing that we do when we design a method?
We write the name of it.
Yep.
Which type it's going to be.
Yep. And then before that, we want to make sure we have a purpose statement, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Step one is always purpose statement. Don't worry. In the next section, we'll do a full-on analysis of like what are the 1 to 5 steps of designing something.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. So we want to convey important information about this paper plane as a string. All right. So what should the output be?
the output is going to be a string.
Perfect, exactly. It's going to be a string. And then I think the name that we said the method was going to be is convert to string from the homework problem. All right, should it expect any parameters? Should it expect anything?
We don't, do we?
No, we don't. Exactly right. Since we're going to have access to all the fields, we don't need to pass it in anything. So we can just get right started. All right, it's going to expect a string. So what keyword is Java expecting here?
So one more time to clarify, when do we need something in the parentheses?
So great question. Let's say that I want to create a method that adds, let's say, dear to the name of the owner's name. And I want to say that add whatever keyword I'm telling you to the owner's name. So then I pass in the word itself. So any information that's not inside the paper plane. So for example, actually that's a great question. So let's just say address the owner's name with the given prefix. The way that you can tell if you need something passed in is if in your purpose statement you use the term given. The given means, hey, this method will be taking in something. So then you can say, okay, it's going to be a string. It's going to be address owner. And then it's going to take in a string prefix. Then it will return the prefix plus the stud owner's name. So in here, I can pass in dear, I can pass in Mr., I can pass in Mrs., all these things. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes, totally makes sense now.
Excellent, perfect. So going back to this convert to string, we don't need anything because we have all the information about the paper plane and it doesn't depend on anything else. So we don't need anything passed in.
Exactly.
Excellent. So what should Java expect when we're saying that the return type is going to be a string?
It's going to expect a word.
Right?
Like the information we want to convert. So which information are we going to convert?
All the fields, I think. So important fields describing the paper plane.
First, it expects the owner name.
Okay. So this.
Then the int, right? Then it expects the speed.
Okay. How should I write? Remember the
Is
hint.
that owner's name? Yes. Gets us owner's name.
Right.
With the semicolon.
Oh, you're talking about like this?
Oh, yes.
Okay. This is another great point. So this was a constructor. This is just saying, hey, create this class with the given information. In this method, we already have the information. So what we can do is, first of all, since it expects something, we're going to start with the return keyword. And then what we can do is say, this paper plane's owner is, and remember that plus works with strings as well. We'll give it this dot owner's name, and then we can say with speed, then we can do speed, and we can even do kilometers per hour, just to kind of convey that. Whoops. And just notice how I'm adding spaces after and before, because otherwise this will all just be like one word. So you need to add in the spaces so that it has like a nice feel to it. So we have the speed. with maximum passengers with maximum, actually it should be like this, with maximum this stop, maximum passengers, this, and then what else is left?
Once if it flies international or not.
Right, so ooh, this is interesting. So there are several ways to do it. There's like a true or false. We haven't learned about conditionals yet. So for the time being, we can say when it fly internationally. We'll pose it as a question so that it makes sense to have true or false.
Right, yes.
This dot international. And then maximum weight. Actually, I think maximum weight makes sense to be with maximum passengers. So I'm going to change the order here. And I'm going to do with maximum passengers with the total maximum weight. It's actually total, right? It's not just one passenger. That can be 1,000 kilos. This maximum passengers, or sorry, maximum weight, and I'm gonna add in the weight unit. So with the total maximum weight of whatever kilograms.
Perfect.
All right. Does this make sense?
Yes. Perfect.
Excellent. How do we want to make sure that this works? How do we check this real quick?
We test it in the main Java class.
Yes, exactly. So the main Java class, we can just do something like frontline. We can actually just do Airphone's plane convert to string, just like this. And we can actually delete the first one. Let's see if it works. This paper plane's owner is Airfon. Ooh, okay, so we're missing a space here. Good to know. With speed 70 kilometers per hour. Space here. Maximum 10 passengers with a total maximum weight of 1,000 kilos. Can it fly internationally? True. Okay. Can you tell me where we need to add the spaces?
Yes, so the first one is between Airfon and with.
Mm-hmm. So which line would it be in here?
So after the is in the first line, in the return statement.
After here?
Yes, isn't it?
So after here, there's already actually a space, and that's why Airfon has a space. It's actually, I think, the space before here with speed.
Right.
Because the owner's name doesn't have any spaces after. So we just need to add spaces here, and then I think we'll be good to go. Let's see. Yep, owner is Airfon with speed 70 kilometers per hour with maximum 10 passengers with a total maximum weight of 1,000 kilos. Can it fly internationally? True. Fantastic job.
Really good.
Yeah, that was really good. All right, any questions?
It's all clear. It's all fine.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.